The old man's frail hand trembled as he reached for his walker, the echo of his breath filling the sterile hallway of the hospital. His medals, once shining emblems of bravery, now hung loosely from the pocket of his faded beige shirt. Moments earlier, he had smiled at the nurse, asking gently if his medication was ready. But what came next was unthinkable, a loud, echoing slap that shattered the silence of the ward. The impact sent his thin frame crashing to the cold, white floor, his walker tumbling beside him. The nurse's voice, sharp and impatient, cut through the air as she scolded him for being difficult. What she didn't know was that 15 members of the Hells Angels motorcycle club were standing just beyond the corner, and the man she had just struck was a war hero, one of their own brother's father. If you believe in kindness, respect, and second chances, then please take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Stories like this remind us that sometimes, justice doesn't wear a badge, it rides on two wheels. The hallway went silent as the sound of heavy boots echoed closer. The nurse turned, her confidence fading as she saw the men approaching, broad shoulders, leather vests, and steel eyes that could silence chaos itself. The leader, a towering man with a gray beard that touched his chest, stepped forward, his hands clenched but his expression eerily calm. Behind him, the rest followed, their faces filled with disbelief and quiet fury. The nurse tried to speak, but her voice caught in her throat as she looked down at the old man still lying helplessly on the floor. That old man's name was Harold "Hawk" Jennings, a 94-year-old retired Marine who had served his country through 2 wars. He'd lost friends, brothers, and even part of his hearing to the thunder of artillery. And yet, despite his pain and fading health, he was still sharp enough to remember every face he'd ever fought beside. He had come to the hospital for a routine checkup, nothing more. But that simple visit had turned into humiliation and pain that no man of his honor deserved. The nurse, overwhelmed and shaking, tried to justify her actions, saying he had been stubborn, slow, and rude. But the sight of 15 men in black vests standing silently behind her made her words crumble before they left her lips. The old man, with trembling arms, tried to lift himself up, whispering, "It's okay, she didn't mean it." His voice carried the same strength that had once shouted orders on a battlefield, but now it trembled under the weight of years and disappointment. The leader of the bikers bent down, gently helping the Marine to his feet. His voice was low and steady as he said, "Sir, no one lays a hand on you, not on our watch." The story of what happened next spread through the hospital like wildfire. Nurses peeked out from behind doors, doctors froze mid-step, and patients whispered from their rooms. The Hells Angels didn't yell, they didn't threaten, but their presence alone was enough to make the nurse tremble. One of them picked up the old man's fallen walker, straightened it, and placed it carefully in front of him. Another wiped the floor where he'd fallen, as if erasing the insult itself. The leader turned to the nurse and said quietly, "You just raised your hand against a man who fought for the freedom that lets you stand here today. Remember that. They didn't harm her, they didn't have to." Sometimes silence speaks louder than rage. The nurse, pale and shaking, covered her face and walked away, her heels clicking rapidly down the hall. The old Marine sat down in a nearby wheelchair, and for the first time in a long time, tears rolled down his wrinkled cheeks. But they weren't tears of pain, they were tears of gratitude, of knowing that even in a world that often forgets its heroes, there were still people willing to stand up for what's right. The leader, whose name was Brick, looked at Hawk and said softly, "Sir, we're sorry we didn't get here sooner." Hawk smiled faintly and replied, "Son, you got here just in time." Those few words carried the weight of a lifetime, the battles fought, the sacrifices made, and the respect earned. Later that day, the hospital administration got wind of the incident. Security cameras confirmed everything, the slap, the fall, the tears. The nurse was suspended immediately, and an internal review was launched. But what truly stunned everyone was what the Hells Angels did next. Instead of leaving, they decided to stay by Hawk's side. They took turns visiting him every day, bringing him food, listening to his stories, and even decorating his hospital room with small flags and old Marine photos. Patients in nearby rooms began calling him Sergeant Grandpa, and nurses who once rushed past now stopped to smile and salute him. The change didn't end there. The hospital management organized a public apology event, where the director personally honored Harold Jennings for his service. The same hallway where he had fallen became the place where he stood tall again, flanked by his new family of bikers, his medals shining brighter than ever. The nurse, too, asked to speak. Through tears, she apologized publicly, explaining that her stress, exhaustion, and lack of patience had led her to forget the humanity in her care. Hawk, always the soldier, accepted her apology with grace. "You made a mistake," he said softly, "but you stood up to it. That's courage too." From that day forward, the story of the Marine and the Angels became a local legend. People came from nearby towns just to meet him, to shake his hand, to thank him for reminding the world that respect isn't a privilege, it's a duty. The Hells Angels made sure no veteran in that town ever felt alone again. They started visiting nursing homes, bringing food, blankets, and laughter to those forgotten by time. And every year, on the anniversary of that incident, they rode in silence down that same hospital road, engines rumbling softly, flags waving, their promise clear: we protect our own. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let the world remember that kindness and respect can still change lives, even in the most unexpected moments. Speech balloon. Before you go, drop a comment below. What would you have done if you were there that day? Would you have stood up for the Marine? Your words might inspire someone else to stand up for what's right tomorrow, because sometimes the greatest battles aren't fought on distant fields, they're fought in quiet hospital hallways, where one act of courage can remind the world what it means to be human.